I figured I'd do an addendum to the last video blog, simply because looking at it, vanity, thy name be Tate, as my mother would say. I looked pretty ragged. Well, I wasn't having a good time, with the plumbing problems and everything. It was a very tough, every day was some disruption in my med or sleep or meal schedule, so I really didn't look that great. So I figured, I'm feeling a little better now, and I'm getting sleep, and I have hot water. It turned out to be something totally unlikely causing the problem. Now, I've had pipes under the house break because they're old, and they're made of this stuff. I didn't know this until the guy from Home Depot explained it. The stuff's made from polybutylene, I believe is what it is, polybutylene. And it is now illegal to use polybutylene because it's crap. But one of the pipes ruptured, and after it was repaired, the hot water worked. Now, I had, again, in the past, have had pipes crack and leak, and never, ever affected the hot water, so it didn't even occur to me that the leak, which I could hear like this bubbling brook underneath the floorboards, I knew it had to be addressed, but I wanted to get the hot water addressed first. It didn't occur to me that they were related, because it had never been related in the past. Well, anyway, we're all set now, and the plumber who did the work said, by now, after having so many breaks and repairs and the pipes replaced with newer stations, by now you've replaced all the polybutylene under the house. Because he, way back, said, they're going to possibly enforce this code where all of that stuff had to be replaced in modular homes, and the estimated price would have been $5,000. But doing it bit by bit, it's pretty much, not every single, but it's pretty much been done. And that's better than shelling out $5,000 at once, isn't it? Music-wise, arts-wise, while I'm writing, I'm deeper into the new work in progress, which I learned is there's an acronym, of course, for everything. WIP. It's work in progress. I hate acronyms. But the big news, of course, is Spotify. Yes, one of my main avenues or outlets for visibility and listens, streams. I get more from Spotify than Apple or Amazon or YouTube streaming services or Tidal. Well, good old Neil Young, who I love, his stuff, and I have great respect for him. He's probably the last of the 60s artists that's still vital and still, making a little waves. Well, he's made a wave because he doesn't like this podcast guy named Joe Rogan, who's, apparently disseminating what he considers misinformation about COVID. So he told Spotify, get rid of Joe or get rid of me. So he got taken off the platform. Well, he told them to take him off the platform, it wasn't like a penalty or anything. He just didn't want to be on a platform that supported this guy. Now, I'll tell you something. I had never heard of Joe Rogan until this. I don't listen to podcasts. I could care less, really. But it's been this huge uproar on Twitter. Down with Joe Rogan, up with Neil Young, cancel your subscriptions now, and everybody's jumping on this bandwagon. Well, I'm not, gonna pull my catalog. It's one of the places I get heard. So, no, I'm not I love Neil Young. I understand where he's coming from, but I have never heard of Joe Rogan. I've never heard a thing he said. I don't know what misinformation, supposedly, or whatever. I don't know. And I don't care. I really don't. You know, I never cared, frankly, that much about COVID. What I cared about was people. The crazy stuff people were doing, and the restrictions, and the government really manipulating us all through the media to hide in our homes, to cancel everything from funerals to high school graduations, proms, weddings. Everybody duck and cover, really, isn't it? Wasn't it a version of duck and cover? You know, the old how to survive a nuclear or atomic bomb, like, yeah, duck under your desk. Yeah, like that was really going to help. I mean, I got my vaccinations because they were free and offered here at the park, but also because I just wanted to never have to deal ever with somebody telling me I couldn't get into something or somewhere, or the mall. I see it trickling down. Like now it's concert halls. You have to have your COVID card. Yeah. Well, you know, I didn't want to ever be told that, because I don't react very well to being told things like that. And I didn't want to go to jail. So that's why I had my shots. And now the booster thing. Well, I'm going to talk to my doc, my GP, and see. Yeah. I'm high risk because I'm old, but mostly because I have heart disease and diabetes and the kidney situation, which is getting better. It's the only thing getting better. So I probably should get the booster. But stories go that people getting the booster get sick. They feel like crap for like 3 days. Well, whatever. I just wanted to come back and be back. So have a good one.